Hello folks, I wanted to make this video. I feel like it's necessary to get this information out to help other people, and I'm going to try to stay as focused on one point only, and that is one of the major issues that I had to go through. In 2008, after around a year of medical care, I started to develop prostatitis, which is the inflamed prostate. I did not know at the time what brought it on. I thought I was eating healthy, pretty much. I mean, other than eating a lot of processed foods, I did prepare a lot of meals back then. But you know, I had ice cream every night. I had six to seven Diet Cokes, maybe sometimes more than that, plus opiates and benzos and drugs for the prostate too, which was Flomax. Drops your blood pressure. All of those do, actually, and it can cause, some of the meds I was on can cause seizures. But anyway, they aggravate the nervous system. And at that time I didn't know that, and I did not know that the chemicals that were in the foods I was eating do the same thing. Shame on me, because with my background in chemicals, toxic chemicals, understanding those and how it impacts environment, I should have known better. It's our physiological being is from a plant to a person is not much difference. Just like a fungicide will really mess us up, it'll also really mess up, a lot of organisms. And it does no good for any of the glands in the body, or organs, things that have to function. And the prostate, that's the male reproductive organ, predominantly one that you can't function without it. In the 80s, my father went through a surgery they call the Rotorooter, and they take a drill and they ream you out. And then some people have that done once or twice, or even have the prostate removed completely. And I've learned that you don't want to remove organs. That's pretty much Frankenstein. It's really a bad way to go about things. And I was prompted by 7 or 8 people to have a surgery. I was in so much pain. I was in severe pain, not only my back and my legs and nerve damage and all this and that, and going through a lot of suffering. And it was lashing out. It was affecting everyone. My prostate. I couldn't use the bathroom without the Flomax drug, because it could not relax the prostate gland enough to where it would let urine pass. And when it would be very short. It would never completely empty. So it was a nightmare. It felt like small, sharp knives and blades getting jabbed up into my groin region. And it was very bad. I knew that, it was really bad, and that's what I just kept telling myself. So I kept begging to the doctors, just like all my other ailments. Well, when I walked away from all the practices, I remedied my prostate. That was one of the glands that I remedied. Having gone through what I went through, I knew that, well, I can, once I started using the herbs, I did not obsess over Coke and coffee and things like that as like I did before. And I did not obsess over sweets, over ice cream. I did not start obsessing over dairy. All of those kind of, you know, went to the wayside. And my beard's curling up. But anyway, it went to the wayside. So I was able to deal with things a lot easier. So the cortisol was lower, and it helps everything work better. And I'm going to give you 2 herbs that gave me a very noticeable difference, because all men are going to go through large prostate problems. Okay, for one, sodas is no good, all right, and processed foods is no good. Try to get some whole foods in your diet. Try to get some raw, you know, some real food. Stinging nettle tea or broth or extract, research up on it. But stinging nettle, hands down, relieved that prostate pain and relaxed the prostate where I could use the bathroom like a normal human being, and I had gotten energy from that. It's like I felt nourished, and it's a nervine. It replenishes. It's a restorative type herb. It's edible too. Just when you pick it raw, be careful. You know, you got little pricklies on them, but that's only when it's in its raw form. When it's been cut and sifted, it doesn't. You know, you can handle it with your hands or whatever, and you can eat it in a soup after you boil it. It's no longer, you know, it's not stinging nettle. Then it's just basically kind of smells like grass, but it doesn't taste that bad. But it's very nutritious for the body. I suggest it. Guys, go ahead for it anyway. Research it. If you really want to know more about detail, PM me. And another one is saw palmetto extract. The extract, the whole herb, you're going to have a pound of it to equal what's going to be beneficial for you. But it's also the same thing. It's very restorative for the male prostate gland, and it benefits the women in the nether regions too. Okay, I just wanted to get that out before my mind goes someplace else. All right, I was getting pushed into all kind of things when the herbs saved the day. Peace.